Hello and welcome to the Wisefab YouTube channel. Today we have something really special to show you because Wisefab has finally made a hydraulic handbrake. For 10 years, I asked the engineers to make the hydraulic handbrake, and they never did. What took you so long, Tarmo?
That's a good question, actually. To be honest, we have been busy for the last decade with developing all kind of products, angle kits, rear suspension kits, you name it. We have many different products in our portfolio. But yeah, finally, after all these years and 1 million questions about the handbrake, we have decided that why not?
So what makes this handbrake like a Wisefab special, which means there's some engineering behind it? Because handbrake itself is not a very complicated product.
No, not at all. I mean, usually companies are starting with a handbrake. We are now getting to the handbrake. So this handbrake has obviously a billet aluminum handle, which is made from 7000 alloy. It's a very rigid one. Produced in-house. There is quite a lot of engineering in it, so it's as strong as it can basically be, at the same time being very light. The gauge, it's made from carbon steel, also very rigid one. This one is made from 3 millimeters thick carbon steel, so there is no worries that if you pull it too hard, it's going to bend or anything like that. So when it comes to unique features, then we are using 2 ball bearings on this handbrake. Not that ball bearing is something unique on a handbrake, but we have 2 of those, and these are mounted as far from each other as possible, to the sides. So this actually gives rigidity to the side. So having one in the middle doesn't do the job correctly, so we have mounted 2 of those actually to the gauge, instead of having this inside the handle. Now, a little bit more unique feature. This is a so-called pullback spring. This is a spring that is pulling back the handle if you're releasing it. And it also holds the handle on position all the time. The thing is that even with premium cylinders, it happens sometimes that there is play inside, in the shaft, meaning that the handle is moving back and forward before it takes any action. So if you're driving and you're willing to grab the handbrake is actually wobbling. So in our case, this is not a problem because the pullback spring is always holding or actually releasing it as much as possible. So the handbrake is always on the same position, easy to find in a car, super precise to grab.
So first of all, let's talk about the design. You have 2 different lengths of levers.
Yeah, that's correct. As you can see, these 3 ones here. We have a shorter one and the longer one. The difference is approximately 2 inches when it comes to length. Other than that, they are very similar, and it's up to customer's choice. Would you like to have a longer one, shorter one?
Talking about pulling, there's actually not only pulling, but there's also pushing going on because there's 2 different gauge designs for your handbrakes that the customers can choose from.
Yeah, that's how it is. So here you can see a classic pull version where the cylinder is like facing the rear side, and then we have another design where the cylinder is forward facing. So that's a pushing one. So yeah, now depends how your setup looks, how much room you have in your car, etc. So once again, customer has a choice. Would you like to have a classic version or forward facing one?
So you are using Wilwood cylinders on the handbrakes?
That's correct. Wilwood is widely used in drifting for different applications. So often people are used with Wilwood cylinders, and these are high quality cylinders, so we have chosen that we will include those to the kit. But you can actually buy these handbrakes also without cylinder, meaning that you can keep the existing cylinder in your system, or you can choose whatever cylinder you prefer. So it doesn't have to be Wilwood actually, but yeah, we have just one size cylinders available, both with reservoir, without reservoir.
On the table, we can see pull type handbrake and the push type handbrake and 2 different cylinders, but are they actually interchangeable?
Yes, indeed. You can use either cylinder on either handbrake, so you can mix and match these things, so it works vice versa. So you can use a cylinder with a internal reservoir on this one or that one. It really doesn't matter because the bolt pattern is kind of universal that is used by many other cylinder manufacturers as well.
Not only can you choose the length of the handle, gauge design, cylinders and so on, but also you have a blue handbrake, then you have a black handbrake, and then you have a, well, I would say it's a dark gray.
Yeah, it's great. That's how we call it.
So how many variations can a customer actually find on your website?
Altogether, if you will mix and match these things, there are 32 different variations what you can choose. And for that, obviously, we have a nice drop-down menu. So you can make your choices starting with the cylinder or without cylinder, choosing the length, choosing the color, choosing which way the cylinder is facing.
So first of all, what the customer should do is go to his car and figure out where and how the handbrake is going to be mounted, and then make the choices on your website.
Exactly, that's the first thing. So make sure you want to put the cylinder as a forward facing or in the rear, and then make the other choices. It's pretty easy, and I really hope that customers will find their favorite color, as there are multiple options on the table that will fit into their car interior.
So there you have it, the Wisefab Hydraulic Handbrake. So Tarmo, what should people do if they're interested in this product now?
I mean, the easiest way obviously is to go to wisefab.com, find the handbrake, decide which kind of design you like the most, make all the choices about the handle, the color, etc., and place the order. Or you can get it through our dealers around the world.
So thanks for watching, and for more tutorials, product reviews and so on, please subscribe to the channel and come back for the next video. Right, Tarmo?
Yeah, thank you and see you next time.